Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Heather here. Today we are going to be doing my favorites for the month of July. Yes, July. I don't know why I always forget the month. So if you would like to see what my favorites for this month have been, please stay tuned and we will get started in just a second. Hi again. All right, to start off, we are going to start off with my favorite foundation. This month, the one that has been my go-to every time that I put on makeup outside of my channel has been the Revlon Color Stay Whipped. I use 150 Buff. I just use this and kind of dot it all over my face, and then I use one of the brushes that I'm going to talk about in just a second to smooth it all over, and it stays all day long, and it just makes my skin look super healthy and kind of natural, which I really, really like. So this has definitely been my go-to favorite foundation for this month, and it does last a really long time. I don't know if I said that. Next is the Stay Matte powder from Rimmel in transparent. This is 01. This is one of my favorite powders to help set, especially in my T-zone. It does last a really long time, but it's also super easy to just toss in your purse to have with you on the go. So I love keeping this with me. I just take a little bit of it on a powder brush and just pack it all over my face, especially in the T-zone, and it does really help me stay matte. And it makes everything else just look flawless and not cakey. That's something that's super important. It prevents my makeup from looking super cakey. Even if I layer tons of layers of this throughout the day, it still doesn't look cakey. So that is why I have been loving this month. And especially with how hot it's been, I have needed some extra mattifying power. So it is my go-to powder. Next, I'm going to talk about my favorite palette for this month. This one was a hard one. There were a lot of really good palettes that came out this month, and while I am a drugstore lover at heart, I had to go with this one for my favorite because this is what I've been wearing off camera all the time. This is the Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. So this is her collaboration with Tarte. For those who have not seen it, it looks like this. There's a giant blinding mirror, and then you get 9 eyeshadows, a bronzer, a blush, and then this highlighter, which has been my favorite this month. I mean, that's just like one swipe, and it does look chunky, but when you put it on the skin, it just comes off flawless. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's this beautiful gold highlight. I love especially applying this to my nose. It's perfect. And it has been a lifesaver because it's really easy to get a lot of different kinds of looks out of this palette. So while I thought for a little bit I was going to have some problems getting a variety of looks, I was totally wrong. This has been my go-to thing, and I am loving it. The next thing I want to talk about is a brand of brushes. I love the Wet n Wild brushes for like my everyday eyeshadow look especially, but these brushes never let me down. The Wet n Wild ones can kind of be a little hit and miss. This is the Morphe collection. These two are from the original Elite collection. I know they just released their Elite 2 collection, and I will hopefully get my hands on some of those very, very soon. But for the meantime, I'm still using these. I'm loving them. They are great. They do things that none of my other brushes do. And I love this Morphe M310 or 310 fan brush. This is what I use to apply my highlight everywhere, and I mean everywhere. And this is my favorite way to apply highlight, is using this. So for this month, these have been lifesavers to go along with that palette that I just mentioned. This is what I've been using, and I love these. Next, I want to talk about one other brush collection. It doesn't really have a name, but it is kind of something that you've been seeing pop up in YouTube a lot lately, and it is the knockoff Artis brushes, and I got a set of 10. These are just 3 of them. This one I use for foundation. This one I use especially for my inner corner highlight, and this one I use for the lower lash line. And it's just, these are so unique and something that none of my other brushes really do. And I've never tried the Artis brushes. They are extremely expensive in my opinion, and I just don't have the money right now to buy those. So finding these was kind of a huge win for me, because I felt like I could kind of jump on that bandwagon without jumping on. I think I paid $10 for the whole set, which is $1 a brush, for those keeping track, and I love them. They smooth out my makeup like no other brush, and I will be traveling with these, even though they're kind of awkward to travel with, but luckily this set is kind of smaller, so if you can see, it's not very long, so the brushes don't take up as much space, I don't think, as an Artis brush would. But I'm super excited to have them and to use them, and I use them all the time. So these have definitely been a favorite this month. All right, the next thing that I have to talk about is my eyebrow kit. Now this kit has actually come to me very recently, and I'm probably kind of cheating saying that I love this, because I've not been using it all this month, but I have used it enough to know that this is what I will be using from now on. A lot of people like applying their eyebrows with a pencil or something like that, some kind of pomade. I personally find that those are just a little complicated for me. They take too long, basically. So this little kit, it is the Rimmel Brow This Way in number 2 medium brown, is actually been a lifesaver. It's what I'm wearing on my brows right now, and then I have the Brow This Way clear gel that I just put on top of it. They stay all day. It looks more natural. It's not super sculpted, which is kind of my style. So this has just been such a time saver this month that I love it, and I know that I will be using this for a very long time. So this was my favorite for the brows this month. I have technically 3 more products to talk about, but 2 of them are kind of together. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is my It Cosmetics Tightline Mascara. I use this mascara for the lower lash anytime that I'm not doing like a one brand tutorial. Like every other time I use this for my lower lashes, and it is amazing. I love the little wand. Here, let me show you the wand. It's teeny, teeny, tiny. It looks like it wouldn't even grasp anything, but it totally does. And the bristles are like so far up the wand that it actually gets a lot of them at the same time. So it's super quick, and it makes your lashes longer. So if you're more of a volumizing guy or gal, then this is probably not what you're looking for, but I like length, so this is perfect for me, and I love it. Lastly, I want to talk about a lip combination that I have been adoring this month, and it is this lip liner. It is from Rimmel, the Exaggerated Lip Liner in 70 Enchantment, and I do that on the outside of my lips. So I line the outside of my lips. I don't fill it in, but I kind of pull them together and just smooth it in a little bit. And then I go in with the Revlon Matte Balm in 220 Flamboyant, and I use this to fill in the rest of my lips. I love this combination together because it is so long lasting. They are both very matte, so they don't go anywhere. This is what I wore on the 4th of July, and I ate food and I drank a lot of drinks, and it was still there at the end of the night, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the winning combination. And it is a really pretty combination because this, Exaggerated Enchantment lip liner is a little bit darker, and the Flamboyant lip crayon, matte lip crayon, is very bright. So they kind of balance each other out, and they make a pretty nice neutral that is a little bit darker depending on whether or not you use more lip liner or more balm. But it is just a great combination, and I love it. So that is all the products that I have been loving for the month of July. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe down below so that way you can catch all of my future videos. And I will be seeing you again very soon. Bye, guys.